Hello, my name is Eric Badthreg, and I am the project designer for Haphazard Projects. And tonight I'm doing something that I wanted to do for about 5 years now. I'm going to be running a intro. I know absolutely nothing about Savage Worlds session of Savage Worlds using the superhero rules. And we're going to play in this setting of City of Heroes. Now, this is a game that I play tested, beta tested, wrote scenarios for, and spent an obscene amount of time and money on it. I would sell my soul to play that game again. But anyway, so since I can't have my way, I'm going to have it everybody else's way, and I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to use only the characters that are in the setting or the ones that I made. And so there you go. If you don't know anything about this setting, then basically it is a huge sprawling metropolis where there's high technology, energy weapons, teleportation to other dimensions, and super characters, superheroes, or supervillains are not necessarily a common thing yet. They actually started coming around right around World War II, and specifically in this area, which is called Paragon City, which is up in Rhode Island. But Paragon City has seen an upswing of supers or metas or whatever you want to call them. And we have three of the very new ones right here with me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to them, so that they can introduce their characters and whatever else they feel like introducing. And all right, I'm turning it over to them.
Well, I'll start off then. Everybody else gun shy. I'm David Ducker, and you may know me or may not know me from my YouTube channel, which is just David Ducker. It's just my name. It's very boring. But I've got over 300 RPG videos on that channel, which is just me rambling at the camera, as I intend to continue with tonight as the Green Dynamo. Go, go, Dynamo.
All right, and my name is Tom Arts, and I'm fairly new. I've been an avid DM for Savage Worlds in the past, and I haven't played in a number of years, and I'd like to get back on the saddle, as it were, and play a game for once rather than DM. It'd be nice to reverse those roles. So I'm gonna come at everyone as the scrapper known as Rampart. I am a Scottish immigrant named Butch McCreary, and that's about it for that.
My name is Heather Anderson. I'm just playing for the first time for superheroes. I'm playing a tank, a fire tank, and I haven't really thought of a name for him yet.
Okay, I'm sure that everybody will help you find one that everybody will love except you, because that's how it works when you're playing something as a supers. Is, you know, they're all calling him Aquaman on the internet. I hate that name. Aquaman it is, which is the traditional, greeting in superheroes when you don't have a name for your character. But anyway, it's time to start talking about these characters. So, Paragon City, divided up into approximately 20 city zones. And for anyone that's watching this that knows anything about the plot line, this is actually taking place prior to the events around the character Hero 1. And that's all I'm going to say, because that's anything else would give it away. Oh, and I watch the vulgarity meter, and if there's anything that I say that's too much, let me know because I do curse, and I can't help it. I'm Irish, so you deal with it. But I try and keep it down. I'm certainly not trying to get my players into any trouble either. But they'll probably curse. I haven't had a game yet that doesn't curse. But anyway,
I don't mind the cursing, but when you talk foul about the Irish like that,
what are you talking
for
about? I
shame.
am Irish. I'm serious.
I'm just messing around with you, brother.
No, I'm dead serious. This was my grandfather that came over from Ireland. You know, I mean, I've lost, pretty much all my accent, but anyway. Um, okay. So anyway, it's a pretty harsh afternoon. Um, and you guys are somewhere around the city hall for an area known as Galaxy City. Was originally supposed to be the capital of Paragon City, but rampart crime and extortion of all kinds just run it down just a little bit too much. It's not like it's Hell's Kitchen or Gotham or Bloodhaven or anything like that. Not yet, but that's the way it's heading. And all these little miniature cities that feed into one big Paragon City have a little city hall where you go to get registration and start working for an organization of your choosing. And that will dictate your mentor, who will help you get used to running around in the city, teach you where things are, and help you express your superpowers as you see fit. So we're just going to say, for the sake of brevity, that all three of you guys have been in the city hall, and you filed for your registration. You're there to pick it up the same day. And everybody is basically in there, showing off their IDs and getting in front of statues and people taking pictures of it going, see, this is me here with Hero 1. Hero 1 being the name of the most powerful superhero on the planet. No comparison to Superman whatsoever. He is a patriot, obviously. When you see him, he's wearing the cap of the UK, or he's wearing the cape of the UK flag. But everyone actually likes him. No, it's not one of those things where, it's Superman. Oh, he's too good. No. This guy's got the power of Supreme, for crying out loud, and everybody's like, oh, wow, he's so awesome. So awesome. All right, I'm done. Anyway. So basically there are a number of organizations for which new heroes can join to discover more about their powers, to help certain organizations within the city infrastructure, and or just help you go in and take care of crime within the area. They do a pretty good job with it, because after every encounter, you go back and register it back to the registrar, and you say, this is what happened, these are the numbers, and so on and so forth. The good thing about this big brother that organizes everybody is a small data pad, covers your wrist, just like a wristwatch, and it basically downloads anything once your heartbeat goes above a certain level. Of course, it can be taken off, but if you put it on, you're considered on duty. So anyway, what kind of an organization would you guys be keen to help here?
Well, I have the Crimson Dynamo, the Green Dynamo, not the Crimson. That's over in that's in Paragon. We in Galaxy tonight. the Green Dynamo is interested in helping the lower class and the oppressed people. Those have been put down by somebody high up in power. And now that I got some power behind me too, with the lightning in my fist, I want to show them what's good about democracy and equality.
Didn't answer my question.
I want to find a poor man and rise him up and help him.
No, Let me see here. Well, there are actually a couple of organizations that you could be helping out. Of course, the Paragon City Police Department always accepts heroes onto their squads and are usually given leadership positions. That's going to be the rough and tumble. That's going to be the biggest rough and tumble, the most direct way to help people. Let me see here.
Rampart, my tag team partner. What say ye? Where shall we go to right wrongs and fight injustice?
You're gonna have to help me figure that one out as well. I don't really know. I'm not sure which way I side.
See, this is why we make the great team, the great American team as we come through, because I know where we gotta go. I just ain't found it yet, baby.
Did you guys get one of the skills that has area knowledge?
No.
What is that listed under?
It's a skill.
Is that like under fighting?
Yeah.
I have a Streetwise for a D8.
Ah. Well, that's basically your default, just as it sounds.
I rolled one, son.
Oh, well, no, it doesn't matter because you rolled it wrong.
All right.
Anytime you make a roll, any roll, unless I specifically say otherwise, you roll what you have for your skill, and you roll the wild die. And the wild die is a D6. But anytime you maximize a roll, whether it is the skill or the wild die, you get to roll that die again. And add and add and add until you finally stop rolling the maximum on one of those dice. And you just simply take the higher of the two the first time around. Like if you get an 8 and a 6, even though they're both max, you want to take that 8, obviously.
Okay, well, I got a 1 and a 3, so hit me with 3 points of knowledge into my nugget. Streetwise.
Pretty much, you're roaming around a little bit and talking to people. I mean, this close to the central hub of the like the city hall, there's really not a lot going on. But out near Gemini Park, which is the far southeast corner of this little subdivision, somebody says that their significant other was coming home late from work that night, and someone jumped them while they were on the tram, and of course did the typical give me your money. But the fact of the matter is, looks to be like there's been an uprising in such occurrences, and they're all done by one gang, and that gang is known by the moniker of the Skulls. Take it away, guys.
All right, Rampart, my main man. It sounds like the Skulls are falling down on the common man, putting them into the streets and the gutters where they do not belong. And we need to get together, baby, and head out there. Head out far to Gemini Park and return the boots back to their nugget. What say you, Rampart?
Absolutely. There is nothing that we can't tackle ourselves without putting our heads together. So I think that'd be a fair plan. Why don't we go and show them who the real heroes or who the real badasses of this city is.
That's right, baby, but we might need help. We're here at the City Hall. We got our data pads attached. We're on duty. But perhaps we need a third member to come into this team.
Who would you propose then?
I don't know. Who would I propose? Who looks promising? Do I see any individuals who might be fit to join our team?
Listen up, everybody. If there's anyone here who thinks they're crazy enough to join our cause, speak now, and we can assure you that it will be worth your while.
I think I can help y'all.
Ah, this lass over here wants to help out. And what be your name? Have you got a first name?
Heather.
Heather, what does your character look like?
She's got long red hair, big, almost as big as a linebacker in the shoulders. You know, big, tough woman, just 6 foot tall, big.
What is she wearing? She got red hair. She's jacked. Is she wearing a combat fatigues or a leotard or a toga? What is she wearing?
She's wearing a breastplate that looks, you know, bulletproof, and a pair of cargo boots and cargo pants.
All right, so she's got almost like soldier style. She's got like a Kevlar vest, some big jacked arms, and maybe some gloves that have brass knuckles built right inside. So MMA style gloves with the bonus to busting out teeth.
I like your spunk, lady. Sure, why not? It'd be nice to have one more crazy head added to the mix.
Oh, I can give you crazy.
Perfect.
That's right. We well stocked with crazy now, baby. Crazy enough to go down to Gemini Park to take those skulls and to get Heather, Super Heather, and she can crush those skulls in the style of the mountain, baby, right between her hands. And I'll let you know that Green Dynamo is wearing a leotard. He's wearing a black leotard with green sleeves and green breast with a V design on it, so that as if he'd been dipped in green on that full leotard. He's wearing no mask. His eyes glow an electric green, and occasionally you might glimpse static electricity crackling over the surface of his tights, over his body, which is of average build, and he appears to be about 25 years old. He's fairly young to step out and fight crime, and he has jet black hair, and he's of average comeliness, I would say. He's a kind of an average-looking dude if he weren't crackling with the green energy.
And just to step out of character here a bit as well, you'll notice that Rampart is he's got red hair. He's got red facial hair as well. Most of his hair is covered though by a red hat. Kind of what do they call it? He's got like an 18th century, like a Victorian hat. That's it. He's got like a Victorian hat. He's got a feather sticking out of it. He's very slender, and his attire is completely black except for the deep red trench coat that he wears as well. Slender guy. You can't really make out any of the rest of his definition, though. He's pretty shrouded and covered. So you can't really. He's kind of mysterious.
And Rampart, is that a bowler hat? Do you mean?
No. one of those big, elegant, kind of like
A top hat.
Three Musketeers style hats.
Okay, okay. So he's got like a swashbuckling cap, maybe with some feathers in it.
Yeah.
What's the style of his facial hair? Is he neatly trimmed, or is he overgrown, or?
He's got a neatly trimmed mustache and goatee.
And does he have any kind of mask concealing his identity?
No.
Then
He wears the hat which shadows his face.
Approximately how old does he appear to be?
Ah, good question. He's about 25 years old.
All right, another young man fighting crime. Believe that with your mind. Excellent. Rampart, we have found a most excellent companion here. We should set forth to Gemini Park, track down the skulls. What say ye?
Aye. The sooner we get started, the sooner we can get paid and get laid.
Well, I don't know about that. And Green Dynamo like looks over at Heather as if he's afraid. Like she's twice the size of him in muscularity, and perhaps a few inches taller as well. So he looks very intimidated. But he seems willing to follow her, if not, into the bedroom, at least follow her down into battle.
I'll tell you what, Heather. You prove your worth on the battlefield today. I'll let you give me a kiss.
Ah, that's a proposal I might take.
Green Dynamo looks like, oh, superheroing is going to be harder than I thought. I thought I'd just have to deal with the scum of the earth, and I got to deal with romance. I'm not prepared for this, son.
Very well, let's get started. Why don't we head out there?
Go Dynamo! And the Green Dynamo sets off, displaying super speed as he races forward in the general direction of Gemini Park.
Okay. And the others?
Take off after him.
Rampart follows suit as well, staying fairly close to Heather since I can't match the Green Dynamo speed.
No, but you see plenty of people running a lot faster than him.
Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that?
Because it's the way it is. As soon as you get started, you're like, all right. And then you start looking around at the more powerful people flying around and everything. You're like, oh my God. Would you look at that? I mean, it's like, traffic during a Blade Runner movie or something like that. I mean, it's ridiculous how it flyers. Especially in hearing about coming up on Gemini Park, which used to once in the day be a very nice park. They had a nice pond there. They've got some local man-made like rocks and whatnot that they made into climbing walls, for kids and whatnot. And when the population started, zooming up, they had to build the local tram system, and it came in and ran right over and around Gemini Park, and so people tend not to go there as much anymore. And also because it's also close to, not like directly close, but it's fairly close to Kings Row, which is a heavy industrial part of town, which pretty much is always, something's always going down there, but that's like 3 square miles. It's way too big for anyone to coordinate most efforts. But as you're looking around, you see some of the university kids and whatnot sitting around, doing their studies as best they can with the fading light and a little bit of wind. You see more than a few iPads like this and people looking up and around, and I mean it all looks like espionage and everything, and then you realize, well, they're just waiting to see if they miss their bus or the tram. There's this tram station here as well. But you guys are just kind of sitting there, and coming out of the ramp off of the tram system, you guys turn around, and what luck there be as you see five, no less than five skulls, all of them wearing bleached white, like coveralls, wife beaters, all their clothing is white, and you don't know if it's face paint or what. It could be makeup, but their entire face is covered with white, and the lines are drawn to make it look like a skull. Somebody put Punisher's face basically on these guys. This is exactly what it looks like, you know. But they come off, two of them sliding down the rails and whatnot, joking about so and so and how they did such and such and all that. And then they come down, they're starting to walk, and they just stop. And they turn. And then mid-turn, they just take off running.
Excellent. Well, the green dynamo pursues them with a quickness, setting forth after them with his super speed. Go, go, dynamo!
All right. Well, what we're actually going to do here is, since this is very much an initiative phase, there are two things that are very unique about Savage Worlds, and that is the action deck and the adventure deck. Now, the action deck is pretty much just a normal deck of cards, except that it has 4 aces. Or not aces, but jokers, excuse me. You draw one at every combat and in some other situations, but you only reshuffle if you draw a joker. And if you draw a joker, then it's hands down, you've got the advantage. It doesn't matter where in the initiative count you are, that is what you want. You want the joker. And then the adventure decks, they're just fun. Little cards that you can use to play at any point in time. And they just kind of help you interact in a way that might be interesting. Like, here's one called Perfect Timing. And I always hold these up because I hope that people can kind of make out what it is, so they don't think I'm just pulling BS out of my butt. But Perfect Timing says, pay a penny to search through the remaining adventure deck and take any one card of your choice. And of course, that brings us to something else, bennies. You start with 3 bennies at the start of each game. You can use the benny number 1 to assist on soak dice. Number 2 to help avoid shaken situations, which basically means you're not hurt, you're just really foggy upstairs, and it will let you re-roll a failed roll. So I am going to give you, everybody's supposed to get 1 of the adventure deck at the beginning of all the games, so I'm only 30 minutes late. And we're just going to go right down the line here, and let me see here. David, Adrenaline Surge.
All right. I can feel it, brother. Pump it through my veins, dude.
Your hero gets an additional and immediate turn, including new movement. All right. Alrighty, and Heather, this might be interesting. Love interest. Of course, yeah, play on a non-player character to encourage a romantic interest for your character. The target will help you to the best of their abilities, but this might cause you some trouble as well. And last but not least, Tom, You have teamwork.
All right.
And what that says is your hero and any adjacent allies add +4 to their next trait rolls. Everybody has to be adjacent to receive the bonus, but that is a huge benefit. Absolutely huge. So,
I like it.
all right. So, as I said, these skulls come down, and they obviously see you, standing around, and they just take off running in the direction of King's Row. But they've got about 3 blocks before they get to the gate, and you've got plenty of time to try and catch up to them, especially since you have someone who might be a little bit faster than them. But we still have to draw from the action deck. Now, the action deck, like I said, normal, everyday deck of cards, but I've got the spiffy Savage Worlds ones. Savage Worlds also puts out the action or the adventure deck. They are quite nice, very hard to shuffle, but they're quite nice. They're laminated, and I've been using this deck since Savage Worlds came out. So anyway, we're going to go opposite this time, and we have Tom, and not bad. Tom has the Queen of Clubs, which almost assures him first action. Heather gets the Joker, so she wins. And I'll explain that in just a second here. And let me see here. This is the five of clubs here. Last but not least, so he was ready to go, but I don't know. Maybe something caught his eye. So I don't know. Play up on things like that. This is a very quick and fast game. So when the cards say something, use it as a springboard for something to add to the game. So Heather, let me explain to you what a Joker is. Okay. Now, these things are crazy. First and foremost, you can act in combat anytime you want to. Anytime. It doesn't matter if someone is about to roll dice for their attack roll. You can attack. Now, also, for every roll that you make from now until your next action, you get a +2. And then on any damage rolls, you also get a +2. You get all that. And
wow.
Yeah, that's actually a lot. Believe it or not, that's crazy. I mean, this is the first time I've had a Joker pop up on one of my games for several months now. So you just, you tell me when you want to act, and if you need to interrupt me to, kind of, get my attention or whatever, do not feel bad about it. You can, of course, throw things at me if you need to get my attention. I can't guarantee that will work, but I don't mind, Okay, so
I want to.
Oh wait.
I wanted to. Can I tell who the leader is just by looking at them?
Oh, they're just skulls. They haven't even gotten the second L on skull. Okay, they're just called skull. They need to get their second L.
Okay. Well, because I wanted to see if I could figure out who the ringleader of this little group was.
No, they're just
initiates.
Yeah, they're all pretty much, just thugs. There's not a brain amongst them. Well, there might be.
I wanted to call out taunts to see if I can get them to stop. Because I have a taunt as one of my skills.
Yes, you do. And if you get them caught by that taunt, you can make them all come running towards you, and then you can use one of your most famous superpowers. But let's see if this works. All you have to do is get one success. Now, if everyone will please bring up Dice Stream. I don't know if you have it up or not.
I've
but
already
if
got
you-
it up.
Okay. Everybody else?
I thought I had it, but I might have lost it. I'm trying
Oh.
to figure out how the apps work.
Scroll all the way to your left, and there should be an app right there for Dice Stream. You might have to hit where
Okay,
it
yeah,
says
I got
Add
it.
Apps.
I got it.
Click on that.
What do you want rolled, son?
Did you just call me son?
Yeah.
I'm probably old enough to be your dad.
Well, help me out. Help me out here. What do you want rolled? Big Daddy, come on, throw me a bone, baby.
Okay. Wait. Why did I need you to roll? Or did I just? I skipped on out on the train. I think. I think it's I need more coffee. I haven't slept in 2 days, so there is that too.
Wow.
We're preparing for battle, anyways. So
Well, yeah.
I know that I need to roll my 1d10 plus my 1d6 for my taunt to see if I get a success.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to everybody. 2 things. You have to get at least a 4 on your roll. If you get a 4, that means you succeed. Now, if you get a 6 or better, that's called a raise. And you always want to get as many raises as possible. And you can get raises for as long as the day is long. And you just got to keep rolling maximum levels of dice or having friends spend points for you or whatever else. But you only have to roll a 4 to succeed.
Can you can use a Benny or give a Benny to somebody for a reroll, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can do that at any point in time. And like I said, you can interrupt that at any point in time. Now, the more raises you get, the more people you can affect. And it's pretty much a 1-for-1. So if there are 5 people here, you have to get 5 raises, which I'm not going to say is impossible. But
Improbable.
Very improbable. Very improbable. But anyway, once you get them close, your next turn, or even this one if you want to use the joke, you can set off your, like I said, your more popular superpower as it is. And then there are some nice secondary bonuses that can be added. David, your electric blasts stun people. If they're stunned, they cannot act that round. Pardon me. So those are little things that you're going to be looking for, is the ability to force an opponent to become shaken. If you're there shaken, they can't do anything. You guys can do things if you're shaken. You're just kind of at a penalty. But anyway, I've rambled, but it was necessary rambling, I think. So yeah, you need to go ahead and make that skill check. Okay. Well, that's a failure.
I failed.
But at least you did not botch. Basically, they kind of look back at you and they're like,
I want to use a Benny to reroll.
You want to use a Benny? Use a Benny.
Okay, let me put that back up there and roll. A 4 and a 6.
That's a success at least. Okay, so pretty much.
I got a 6 on my D10 and a 4 on my.
It's multiples of 4. That's all
Okay.
that matters. 4, 8, all the way up. I'm horrible with mental math, so anyway, multiples of 4, and that will give you multiples of success. So you say something, and probably along the lines. I mean, if you want to role play the insult. That's fine. But,
Get back here, you little son of a beep! I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Okay, well, how's about this? You tell me about this one. What's the matter? You afraid to get your ass handed to you by a woman?
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's basic, but hey, a lot of people pay attention to that, especially guys like this. They stop, and one of them does the slow look again. It must be a move that they have to do during minion school because they all do it. And then he takes one step further, and you see him pull his pistol. I don't know if any of you know it, because I don't know if your characters were in the military or anything, but it's not a very big gun, but a bullet's a bullet. And guess who's getting shot?
Me.
Yes. So you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to pull up the quick rules. Did any of you guys take the time to download the test drive rules from Savage Worlds?
No, sir.
Nope.
None of the sir stuff, please. I highly suggest you do. It's like 16 pages long, and it's all the basic rules you would need. All of it. Okay. And let me see here. All right. It's basically a GM screen without actually having to, get one printed. Okay, so plenty in short range. I am not going to be doing. No, it's only semi-auto, but it's 1 point of armor piercing damage. Okay. You don't have to worry about anything that I just said. That's just for my own self-gratification over here. So, make his die roll.
I have a question. How did the superpower works again?
You just tell me you want to use it. That's it.
Okay.
There's no point cost. It has to be on your action, but there's no point cost or anything unless it specifically says otherwise. This guy completely botched. He was trying to be all cool when he brings up his gun. Like, he pulls the trigger halfway through it, and he ends up shooting one of his friends in the hip. It's like, what? Oh, really? Really? You're gonna shoot me like that? Really? Really? And you see here, it is Tom's turn, but on Tom's turn, another one pulls out a gun and says, "Seriously? How do I know you're not going to shoot me next?" And next thing you know, they all have guns. None of them are pointed towards you. So, Tom?
Well, noticing this opportunity, Rampart begins sprinting towards them. I'm not sure how far ahead they are from me, but I'm
really
sure
not far.
I'm sure I can make it in the first round, anyways. And
yeah, you can make your movement and attack in the same round.
Wonderful. So Rampart runs up upon them, and without making any sorts of noise, he wants to get the jump on them. Runs and tries to do a jump kick on the closest one.
Okay. Do you have stealth?
No.
Okay. I need you to roll a d4 and subtract 2 from it. You're probably going to fail. Don't feel bad.
Tom, did you say you're doing a jump kick to the back of the head, Enzugiri style?
So what you're going to do is you're going to roll your fighting die, okay? And if you have any bonuses whatsoever that are on the sheet, but I don't think you do. So it should just be your fighting die and your wild die.
Okay. So I need a D10 and a D6, right?
That sounds right.
All right. So I got a 9. Oh wait, that was a D8 that I rolled. That's not a D10. No, that's a D10. Never mind. I'm an idiot. So I got a 9 for my.
Well, why can't I see your dice? Oh, you don't have the video up. Okay. Normally I can see everybody's dice, but okay.
I think it's
Uh,
because I don't have a camera.
you know, you might be right on that one.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken. I think I read that somewhere.
You have to have a camera.
I was being a sarcastic asshole, but I tend to do that.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, it's all right. Quite all right. Keep me honest, you know. Anyway, what'd you get there, dude?
On the wild dice, it was just a 1, but I got a 9 on the fighting skill.
Okay, so that is indeed a hit and a raise. So you not only kick him, his head kind of snaps pretty quickly. And basically now we're going to roll damage because he is not wearing anything protective or anything. It's a flat out hit. But you also hit him with a raise. And as long as you hit somebody with a raise, then you are able to roll an extra d6 on your damage. And this falls under the acing roll as well. If you ace this, the extra d6, then roll that again, so on and so forth until, you know, the fat lady stops singing. No
Yeah.
offense. It's just a phrase.
Unarmed damage.
I don't take
is-
offense.
Okay.
I'll say something and then I'll realize what I say and I'm like, oh crap, I'm an asshole. So really, it's nothing against you, sweetheart. Absolutely nothing against you.
It's fine. It's a phrase I've heard a million times.
Well, you know, it's self-incriminating too, because, you know, my girlfriend's, you know, probably just a little bit smaller than you. So it's all to the eye.
Well, baby, think about it. The fat lady sings last. It ain't over till she sings. And what do we do last? We save the best. The best thing comes last, baby. So just remember that with your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I've always had a thing for big girls, actually. So there it is. Hey, there it is, live on Google, right there. If you ever wanted to know something personal, there it is, right there. So what'd you roll?
I'm just making sure I'm rolling another D10 for the damage.
No. You only roll. You're only rolling the 1d10, and then you've got the 1d6. And since you're doing, what is it? You're only doing damage because of your hit and a raise. So you would roll the d10, the d6, and then another d6 for your wild die. Was that too much? Or you got that?
Okay, so we're already past the part where I attack, and then we're finding out damage now, right?
Right.
Okay, so just to reiterate in the rules, it says unarmed combat damage and unarmed combatant rolls their strength die. So my strength is a D10. So I roll that for damage.
I'm sorry, buddy. I was thinking of another Savage Worlds game. I run so many of these damn things, and all of them are kind of, you know, thrown all over the place.
Yeah.
All of them have a little bit different here and there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like I'm not like, you know, giving my best here. I keep forgetting all this crap.
It's hard to keep track of. Supers was the one that I specialized in, so.
Oh really? Oh wow.
So if there's anything that there is anything that needs sort of
keep me honest.
Yeah.
I swear my inner voices will yell at me and tell me to cheat, so I won't even realize it.
I just wanted to make sure that was the rule set that we were using. I don't want to step on any toes or anything like that.
No, that is indeed, yes. So it's strength. I can't believe I looked over that too because I'm staring right at it on my screen. strength plus weapons die plus your extra d6.
Okay,
And
so
then
it's a
do your
D10 and a
wild die.
D6.
Yeah. And then, like I said, don't forget.
Plus a D6. Didn't he roll 2 D6s? One for his wild dice?
No, the wild dice is only if everything else is lower on total. But I guarantee you,
Oh,
he's gonna
okay.
get more on the
Sorry,
D10.
I was confused. Sorry.
Hey, I'm still trying to figure this out. This is my first time running supers. I've run just about everything else, and I decided, screw it, I want to play supers. All right. So it's strength plus the weapon you're using. So you don't get that, but you get the extra d6. Okay. The
Yep.
other d6 is just your wild die. And the
Okay.
only way that's going to make it better is if you roll a 6 on that. I guarantee you everything else will be better if you just roll that. Just
on
roll dice.
on my D6, I rolled a 2, but
Okay.
on my
Ignore that.
on my D10, I rolled a 6.
Okay. Well, let's see what that wild die does. Maybe it'll explode.
5.
Okay, not so much. You did hit. You did hit indeed. So, and then that was... You kicked him hard, so freaking hard that he is going to land face first on the ground and slide down into the shallow creek bed. If you want to take it away and give that any additional, remarks or descriptions or anything like that.
Add a little
Feel free to.
flair. So
Yes.
after knocking that one gent there, I land safely on my feet and exclaim, "All right, which of you wankers is next?"
Okay. I'm going to give you a Benny for that. I can give you Bennies all day long if I think it fits the situation or if I think it's just funny or anything like that. But this is actually it is kind of funny. But you say that just as another tram is pulling up. And you hear this voice yell down at you guys. You're in the middle of fighting and whatnot, and you hear this voice just start booming. I was wondering where you guys were. You didn't meet me at the last. Look, you have a bunch of capes giving you a hard time. Kind of look over your shoulder a little bit, and you see the biggest failure of a linebacker you've ever seen. His face paint is both of his hands like this, upside down, and over the face. And it's not even.
Can you repeat that one more time into the mic? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm getting a mic stand soon. So, basically, his head is so big that to actually mark him as a skull, they had to take their hands like this. And then, they would put their hands upside down. That way you would see all the teeth across. I'm not sure if that was seen through the camera or not. But basically, he's higher in rank, of course, due to his size and the fact that 2 hands were coming down. But he actually jumps the tram rail and lands on the ground hard. And he's like, all right, let's see which one of you guys are hiding my coffee money. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that for him on his next turn. You're not going to like this. He's acting on a 7, or excuse me, a 10. No, 13. Damn. No. God, I can't add. Jeez, face dice. The face on the cards constantly.
Is it an 11?
Yeah, that would be an 11. I'm being a dumbass tonight. Honestly, God bless it. I hate to admit it. I think about you know what? I need to I need to shut this down for just a second here.